legend.
I'm a legend. I'm a legend. I'm a legend.
I told you.
168 days to go to the Duckhook Classic 26. Gentlemen, if you haven't put your name down, please do, because we are approaching very, very quickly. And you know how it goes. You blink and it is here. Welcome to the show. It's Wednesday and we have a lot to talk about. We've got 2 leagues to go back and look at. Irene was the Thursday league, and then Magalies Park was the last Sunday 2 league. And we've got our champion Henry Sims and Frano, who came just a short second, who's going to join us on the show to talk all about it. But it is championship week. It's the Masters. We are finally here. And yes, tomorrow we tee off at CCJ Woodmead, a course that many of us haven't played, and it's going to be epic and it's going to be pristine. We're going to look forward to it, and we're going to break it all down right here on tonight's show. So grab your drink, get ready with your fingers so that you can be part of the conversation. And let's do it. Let me welcome our panel. Here's my panel. As promised, there's Henry. Hello, Henry, our latest winner. How are you?
Hi.
Are you good?
Yeah, all good. Thanks very much.
Has it sunk in yet? You finally won a Duckhook event, not coming second.
Yeah, I actually didn't expect it at all, but yeah, it was a great surprise when it happened. Yeah, so it has sunk in. Looking forward now to the fight for one of the Masters events, so that was quite nice as well.
I'm just going to throw it out there. You are in form because you've come close a couple of times leading up to your win. I think just as in form as Frana. Welcome, Frana. Thanks for joining us. Close, but no cigar.
Yeah, no, so thanks, Maz. Good evening, Ducks, everybody on the panel. Yeah, look, if I had to lose, it would have been against Hendry. I told that to him as well. I'm glad he won. So, but yeah, it's at the end, it's still a bitter pill to swallow, but I'm very happy.
And that's the nice thing about the Ducks, is we're happy for each other when we win. Frikkie, I don't know so much about you. When you win, everybody's like, okay. How are you, Frikkie?
I think, all right, team,
Yes.
Yeah, look, yeah, I think it was a great event there at the Magalies. Obviously, had Frana there, Henry, that obviously was clueless at that point that he was in the lead. And yeah, you'll see at the videos as well that, it looked like he stressed a little bit. So I think he had a hint of something, but yeah, well played. Both you
Nice.
guys bottom.
Well, we're going to go through all of it right here.
Thank you.
Let's bring into the guys who are watching Evening Duck and Duckettes. Pushing this button. There it is. Ricky Perez says Evening Duck and Duckettes. Frikkie says hello, Mensa, obviously. Gerard Sneeman's watching. Hello, all. Brian says Evening Ducks. 2 weeks is a long time to wait. It's showtime. Yes, it is. It's been a very, very busy 2 weeks, so I apologize for missing last week. But we had good reason. Quibus Kruger, author, says Duck said Ducks. Rudolph is watching. Nant Yella. Fats is watching. Howdy, almost time. Excited for CCJ. Yes, for sure. Jan Venter is watching. Hello, Ducks. What an experience. Live Golf was exciting and full of lessons. Don't box on Live Golf. You'll be famous. Yeah. Enjoy the show, boys. Ricky is watching. You can't wait to see the RS had to say about his round at Highland Gate. Oh, Rick Shields. Shandon is watching. Says good luck to all the people playing the Masters. And Peter Zach's watching. He will be teeing it up at the Masters. And Ricky's on a roll. Take it easy, Ricky. Take it easy. Yes, so here we go. What an event Live Golf was. I don't think that the people in South Africa really knew what was coming until they got there and the masses came in. The first tee box was unbelievable. The vibe every day. I was there every day. And on Thursday, I sat and I shook my head and I thought, this is Thursday. What's going to happen when it comes to the weekend? It was epic. They really do a good job. I mean, from the production value, it's not just a golf tournament. It is a event, entertainment, where you're not waiting for guys to come onto a tee box and just tee off. While you're waiting, there's videos going, there's music playing, there's commentators going, and spectacular. So I hope everybody, and I'm sure they did, who joined us at Live. Who else went here? Frana, did you go?
No, I was on the farm, so I had to work. So I checked my phone for the leaderboard, and as soon as I get chance, I put on the TV to watch again,
Yeah.
and then I had to go work again. So yeah, but now it was amazing to watch it even on TV. So I could just imagine the vibe it was live at the course itself.
It was spectacular. It's coming back next year in April, so get your tickets. Henry, did you go?
Yeah, we did go on Thursday. I'm actually quite glad we went on the Thursday, not on the Friday and the weekend. I like that many people. It's just it's a bit hectic for me. So yeah, but then I just watched it over the weekend because we went away, and yeah, it was nice to just sit and relax and watch it on TV.
100%. And I think the storyline worked out perfectly, that the Southern Guards were in it the whole time until the last hole. Because imagine they weren't, it would have been a bit of a there. And then Bryson and Rahm fighting it out, even going into a playoff. What more could we have asked for? It wasn't some randoms from the bottom of the field. So that did help in telling the story and getting the gears up for the Live Golf. A couple of the guys went through and they sent through pictures. So let me show you who there is. Grant was walking around. He saw Vickers, and Vickers is one of the volunteers on the day. I can't remember which hole. Him and Hansi, I saw them often. There we have Ashley with Dean Burmy. Very cool. Going down the list, we've got Grant found Jacobus. I also bumped into Jacobus at some stage. And all he could say, yes, this course is tough to walk. You're not wrong. Grant is
I
with
can
Hansi.
imagine that.
Who else have we got? We've got Fats. Billy. Is that Billy? No, I don't know that. Barry and Gerard is.
I know that Henry Hall was there, hey?
Oh, okay. Juliet. There's with Barry and his partner. There's Melinda and Fats. And then the dude with his eyes closed and Gerard. Who else was there? Gerard at the beginning. Gerard again. There, Jules got a picture with Bryson. Well done, Jules. And then more pictures. That is Henry, right? There's Henry.
That's it. Yeah.
Moving on. There's Jan sitting on one of the stands waiting for them to come through. There's Chef, not watching the golf, but there. Well done, Chef. What else we have? I met Rick Shields, which is very cool. Such a nice guy, so down to earth. I mean, it was nice to spend half an hour with him. Me and Crystal were there. Then I managed to get a quick pick with Burmy after day 3. And then this is Gerard. And he says, are we going to use this? Yes, Gerard, we'll use it on this platform because this platform we can use it on. I think he thought we were going to use it on Supersport. I was like, bro, are you mom? Can't
No,
use that.
can't do that.
No. Fired. Bad decision making. But it's so great that the guys had a good time. Bring on next year. It was very epic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mazo, just you want to mention as well, Ruan Wenzel, classic guys from KP, came through as well. He had Johan Poole that came with, so they're ready for the classic. So I'm just letting you know, a couple of KPs already ready for the classic.
Fantastic. Just to add to some more of that, how the logistics of that event worked. I mean, you're standing there and then they're like, the driving range is open for 1 hour. Players, and everybody can hear this, and the planes are going by and people are parachuting in, and then it's half an hour until the range closes. Players, you have 15 minutes to get to your tee box, and then you see all the carts getting everybody everywhere. Just the logistics of that type of thing. Mind-blowing. I think a lot of people in the eventing industry would have learned a lot of things, but wow, what dollars and a budget can do for people. That's all you got to remember. Dollars and a budget, because then they go crazy. I was in the Club 54 grandstand. I went inside to have a look. I mean, it looks like a 5-star hotel inside. I mean, and this is built from
Yo,
scratch on a scaffolding. Well, not scaffolding, but you know,
yeah.
that scaffolding, they build this thing, and inside is pristine. The artwork and the furniture. And I'm like, yes, people, what's happening? Normally it's just a marquee and people moving there and that's it. Wow, different level.
Do they move all
Anyway,
this stuff throughout to each event?
no, that would have been local suppliers that would have built that stuff. I think that's why they were also so complimentary, because our local suppliers building this infrastructure did such a great job as well. There were like 3,000 toilets on site, just so you know, just to cater for everybody
Yeah.
who needed to take a piss. Block some. Hectic. Even if you had to take it more than once. Yeah. So great
Now,
experience.
I read yesterday that it cost like, I think it's $54 million to host an event like that.
Yeah. And
Really?
that's, yeah. Convert that, then you understand. I mean, that is the budget probably for all the local tours in South Africa in a year,
Yeah.
if you're lucky. You know,
It's crazy.
and then there was one thing I was going to say. The economic impact. We're talking to one of the guys involved with that, and they said the economic impact from creating jobs and income was 700 million rand that would have been made out of that tournament.
Yeah.
They estimated massive, massive, massive. Anyway, well done. Let's see what happens next year.
Yeah.
Are we ready to continue?
Yes. Yes,
Let's-
please. Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Let us go to Thursday. Fran and myself played at Irene. Great day. We did play most of it in the rain. Frana, how was your rain experience? It was pretty much, if we played 18 holes, 12 of them were in the drizzle.
Yeah, no, look, I walked it. I also had my singles game against Vickers, so the nerves was a little bit higher. But yeah, no, it actually went very great. The score at the end didn't show the good golf that was playing between me and Vickers. I did win at the end, but yeah, the whole day was through with the rain. Then it stopped drizzling maybe for a minute or so, and then it came back again. So yeah, no, but it was lovely. It was a lovely walk. It wasn't too warm, so no, it was a great day out.
Yeah, it was a good day out. This is what the top 10 looks like. This is what Bobby did. -4 to take the victory. Well done, Bobby, off his 8 handicap. 800 credits going his way. Unfortunately, he can't make the Masters. He's in Sun City. Grant Nell likes Irene. He won in 2025, coming in second. I think he was leading for most of the way, and then he kind of fell back the last 2 or 3 holes to shoot -238 points. Sudesh, well done, Sudesh. Just tied with Jamie. Jamie's making a run back up the Thursday League. Henning Pretorius also likes the golf course. I think he's a member there, so he should. Michael van Riel. Jaco Jacobs, nice to see him in the top 10 there. Jenny, well played. Ronnie again. And then Rudy Mattia is also there. I'm going to quickly show you Bobby's scorecard so you can see how he put this together. A nice round of 76, which is also exceptional, with 4 birdies, birding the par 5 second, which is a tough hole. I think it's the toughest when we looked at the hardest of the holes. Birding the 9th, par 5 9th. So he likes the par 5s, but that's because he's a big hitter. The 15th, a par 4, made birdie. And then the final, par 4, 18th, another birdie to take the victory. So congratulations to Bobby. I think that's his second victory on the Duckhook Tour. I think so.
Yeah, I think you had one this year.
He's had another league victory, but he's also got an open, don't forget. So it's 3.
Correct.
Nice, Bobby.
Good memory. Well done, Nathan.
Yeah, it's somewhere there. Don't ask me where he won. I wouldn't be able to tell you. But I know that I saw in my back of my head, there's a picture with him of the trophy somewhere. Let's have a look at the pins on the day. Frick, you can take us through this.
Yes, we've got the par 3 7th. That's a Mala Tours one. Ronnie Walter got it. 1 meter putt. Par 330, the Schuxon voucher. I think that was a towel. Gerard de Bruto, 2.7 meters. And then par 3 7, the 16th. Farrell Cohen massage, I would say. Physio. Kieran Reynolds got it. I think I might need it. And then Golf Concepts voucher, par 4 18th. Mr. Dirkie Miller got it.
5.3 meters isn't very close, but well done, Dirkie. I played with Kieran, and he said after that walk and after that rain, he definitely needs a massage. So, Kieran, don't forget that you must. It's not a massage; it's a physio appointment. push you hard. Don't forget.
It's
have a look
like a
at-
massage on steroids.
Exactly. There's the Football
Yeah.
Alliance winners. George Hunter, Dirk Muller, Josh Datnow, and Bobby van der Spey taking it on 87 points, which is not a lot. Nice to finish on 7. Don't ask me what the second place is because I can't remember. Now, because we've got so much, I'm not going to go through all the little things, but I'm going to take you straight to the hardest holes. In comparison, in 2025, the par 5 second was the first hardest with an average of 1.29. In 2026, it was the third hardest with 1.45. Par 4 14th was the second hardest. This time around, it was the hardest hole, and I again contributed to this. Yes, great drive, great second, and then a mess. Thin it over the green. Can't get it right.
Aye.
1.11. And then the par 5 17th was the third hardest hole in 2025, and this time the second hardest hole, 1.32. I birdied this hole, so I did contribute to this one at least. But it just shows you the top 3 hardest holes from 25 were the top 3 hardest holes this time around. How's that? Those holes
That's
got
actually awesome, eh?
yeah.
And 2 of them is par 5s, though, eh? It's cool for her.
I suppose we could dive into it and see why exactly it was so hard, but we're not. This is what the Thursday League now looks like. Ronnie Voliter is now leading on 72 points, 99 in total. So he's gone into the lead after 3 events. Jamie has jumped up as well with his finish to now tied second with Michael van Riel on 71 points. With Eddie, he's also 71, sorry. And then Riyadh, 69 with Grant and Gerard de Buto. And then Jaco Jacobs is in 8th position. And Franna, there you are, tied 9th, 64. And then Josh, also tied 9th, 64 points. Franna, you are playing just about, I think you said you're playing every league. So are you happy with your start to Thursday? You can keep going from there.
Yeah, look, it's a surprise to me that I'm 9th at the moment, because on the Thursday leagues, my golf was not as warm as on the Sunday 1 or Sunday 2. But I'll take it. It's always a good motivation to see you coming up, and golf is going good. So, yeah, Reading the next event, Reading is going to be a little bit of a drive for me that early in the morning. So, but yeah, I'm looking forward to it. So, yeah, let's do it.
We're going to get people to accommodate you so you don't have to, that you can just leave from somebody's house at that time of the morning. Come on, Ducks.
Yeah, and
Be nice.
I think with the price
Now
as well,
I like to sleep. I like to sleep at home. So
Okay. So you'll rather drive 2.5 hours.
yeah,
No.
it depends on the
says-
traffic.
Yeah. Ricky says Grant ran out of brandy or rum. He probably did. Although at the clubhouse, he
probably
was still saping his rum at the clubhouse out of his cup. So that was Magalies. So where do we go next? You said Reading. Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the next Thursday league is ready.
And let me tell you, because it's April with all the holidays, we have 3 events in 7 days. We've got Sunday 1, Thursday, and Sunday 2 within a week. It's going to be a lot of golf, but it's going to be great golf. And hopefully people hit a nice patch and can potentially get a trophy in their hands. But it's also going to mean a lot of admin, eh, Fricky?
Yeah, absolutely, Mazo. Looking forward to that, though. But yeah, we'll see how it goes. But yeah, good luck. If you have that purple patch, 2 hands in the bag.
And at least after Sunday 2, I think there's probably 2 weeks until the next one. And then don't forget, we get to May, and we've got the team clash coming up, which Frikkie is sold out. I'm so surprised. Elements, it's going to be amazing. When you said to me after 2 days, it's almost finished. There's not really spots left. I was like, what?
Yeah, Mazo, it quickly sold out. I mean, I think within 2 weeks or so, I had to put a reminder in for some guys, but yeah, within 2 or 3 weeks, it was gone. So it's sold out. We've got 24 players. We've got 5 non-players as well. So some of the partners are coming with. So yeah, it's going to be an epic weekend, and it's 2 nights stay over, 2 games, obviously. So yeah, I think it's going to be awesome. So I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah.
We're going to have a lekker time.
And thanks for the support once again. We wouldn't put these tours on if we didn't get supported. So thank you to all the people who are joining us. Right. Magalies Park.
Absolutely.
Before I show anything, Give us a lowdown. How was the day?
I'll start before we go to the top finishers. It was a great day. Obviously, started with it looked like it's going to rain. I have to put the weather in there. So at some point, I asked the guys, if it's going to rain out, what's going to happen, because we had some thunder and all that kind of stuff projected. But in the end, I think we had like 2 or 3 hours worth of rain, and turned out to be a perfect event. And I think when Henry finished, the sun was like shining. It was so hot. So yeah, it
Nice.
was great. Loved it.
Mooi. And obviously Henry had a great day.
Yeah, that was quite lekker. I didn't expect it at all, but yeah, it was a good day. I remember just standing there and waiting for the cards. That put a little bit of a delay on everything as well. But yeah.
Good. Well, let us have a look at what the top 10 was. Henry Sim, -6. Frana, -5. Werner Slabbert, a great round of -5. Well done, Werner. Riyadh is always thereabouts. Christian Okeer, I think he plays there often, -2. I know Vessel's also a good round. Leon Oosthuizen. Ashley Herman, +2. Hansi, +2. Jason, +2. So that was your top 10. Mr. Henry, here's your scorecard. Give us some highlights.
Yeah, man. So I started with a bogey. I landed there in a bunker on the right, and then the 7-iron out to the green was like 50 meters or something. But yeah, and then I kind of just started going from there, getting a par, and then the birdie on all 3 was good. And then I thought the new green was already in play on 5, but then I saw, okay, no, it wasn't. So I drive down the middle and then just a layup, and then then I just chipped to the hole, and like it was almost like a tap in. Then yeah, a little bit of a pull there from on the short par 3, and made up with a birdie on the next hole. Yeah, and then a carry on just like that. As I said, I don't really keep score at all. So I just at the end when Fricky said to me, "Oh yeah, well, that I win," I was like, I had no idea. But yeah, I think the team game kind of kept my focus on like just winning or just competing and not really looking at the score or anything like that.
Yeah, which does help for many people, I must say, when they don't look at the score. Frano, were you a scorecard watcher?
Only at the 18th hole because we were also playing a team game against the Steady Eddies, and I was pushing so hard the last 4 holes to try to pull us back and get a win, but unfortunately at the end it did not happen by literally 5 centimeters. On the 18th, I missed my birdie putt from like 20 meters away. So yeah, I was not very happy at the end, but at all in all, it was a great day out, and I can't complain. The golf is starting to looking good. So yeah, hopefully it can just continue.
My question is, if you did make that birdie, who would have won on the countback?
Then,
I think then that's one. Yeah,
if I
Henry would
made
still
the
have won,
birdie,
yeah.
I was on -6, so Henry would have still won on the countback.
Oh, would you? Okay. No damage.
I think
No
it's
damage.
he had like 22 points, I think.
Henry, here's the last hole. Tell us through the nerves. Tell us what you were thinking.
Yeah, I was just thinking, get this. So we already won our game by then. So then I was just like, get it in and just kind of, just focus on in each stroke or each shot. And yeah, that's about it. Didn't really. The cameras, made a little bit of a difference, but yeah, it was just fun. It adds pressure, I must say.
And nice to see a crowd standing behind to congratulate you.
Yeah, no, it was awesome feeling like walking in and everybody just saying congratulations and shaking your hand and everything. Yeah, so that was a really, really nice feeling.
Very good.
I was very happy.
Frick, you said he putted like a beast.
Yeah, Maz, you saw that last putt. Anyways, I mean that's an easy 3 putt for me. So I mean he got it with ease. I mean he just looked at the hole, looked down, and he got it in. And I was like, wow, this guy can really putt. Especially on Magaliesberg or Magalies Park. Sorry. So I mean, yeah, he even told me, with the interview that he had great putting. And I think Henry, you mentioned something about 24 putts or so. So I mean that's great putting.
Yeah, it was.
24. That's crazy. If you don't
Yeah,
win,
it's the best putting stats ever.
if you don't win with 24 putts, then I don't know. Fantastic. I just want to interject here
Thanks.
because Willie Kukumur, an ex-Duck who is out there by Makofle, he's watching and he's very excited for Makofle, which is Sunday too. And then he also says, I have pro advice for Makofle.
I'll
That'd be
come
nice,
for the
right?
advice, eh?
We haven't been to Makofle in probably 2 or 3 years, so that'd be a nice little trip out there. Lovely golf course to play, especially in summer. I mean, it's really, really good. The home of Charles Watson?
Charles, yes. Yeah.
Yeah, one of the Southern Guard boys. Let's move along. We've got the Four Ball Alliance. This was a four ball. Frana, you were in the winning Four Ball Alliance. 98 points, damn.
Yeah, no, look, the four ball was the everybody played a great round. The scores of the other three guys didn't reflect the round they played actually at the end. But yeah, like you can see on the fourth, it was an 8-pointer. I made my par for 3, and Eddie made a birdie for 5 points.
Nice.
So yeah, and then on the 13th on the par 5, think Grant made a birdie, and Jason also made a birdie.
Mhm.
And then on the 15th, Grant made an eagle, and Jason, I think, made a birdie. So yeah, so the golf was really, it was a tough match, but at the end, yeah, it was a very, very nice four ball, and it was a good round.
And you lost out by one? I think we were one down?
Yeah, one down, yeah.
Okay. But there's matches to go, so we can still catch up. These were the pin winners. We've got some guys who I don't have pictures of. So the par 3 8th was Eddie Hopewell, 5 meters away. And then our latest newcomer, who's played one and never gone away, which is great, Isak Stain. Thanks for joining us, Isak. If you don't know, I did relay this story. He phoned me and he said, I'm looking for a group to drink brandewijn with. And I said, you found the right one, pal. You found the right one. Oh, I've got that one already. Then Stefan Lombard on the par 4 17th within 2 meters. I wonder how far his drive was if he connected that thing. It must have been really close to the green. Let's move on to the best of the par 3s. Well done, Glenn Williams, topping the charts on -2 with 12 points. Plenty par 3s, 5 of them total. With 3 of those 3
I must say he played with us, and he was in the opposition team, him and Ricky. So I mean, you can see both of them 1 and 2 there.
Wow.
Yeah, we were a bit worried at some point because Glenn really started performing well, and it's like Ben and I we just kind of stuck through it. Luckily, we came out on top.
And Ricky made a 0 points on the 14th. So even if he made 2 points, he would have taken this. Almost, Ricky, almost, but well played. And well played to everybody else on this list. There's nobody on this panel besides Frano. So, Henry, your par 3s were not as good as you thought.
No, they're never really good. I'm not exactly.
You're not a par 3 specialist.
No, I really struggle with those ones.
Best of the par 4s. Frano, there you are again. -4.
Yeah, my par 4s actually went great. It's only the first one. I was also in that right-hand side bunker, and then my second shot came out actually perfect, but just a little bit too low and nicking the trees. So I made a double bogey there. But yeah, the rest of them I'm very happy with. And then we also have Henry that's tied with me there for first, and Christian Kier. And then, Riyad Isaacs, Werner Schlabbert, Andre Wessels, Jacobus Erasmus, Jason Ivans, Dana Perumal, and Frikkie Barnard and Gary Mansfield finishing it off.
Ricky, you want us to have anything to say about the par 4s?
Look, I just want to say I made a birdie on a stroke 1, and that's all that counts. So that's it. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Moving on to the best of the par 5s. Leonor stays with his big driver. Must be working on the day. -6 in the par 5s. Look at that. 4 points in the 15th and 4 points in the 18th. Cruising through the par 5s. But a whole host of guys are -4 as well, which is also very good golf. Ashley Herman, Sudesh, Tommy Fenter, and Vanna Slubbert, -4 in the par 5s. Henry, there you are, -3. And then no Frana, so you don't like the par 5s, do you? Unless you are -1.
No, my specialty is the par 3s. I pride myself on that. The par 5s, I'm struggling a lot every single round.
You're not wrong about the best of the par threes. Classic 25. I think you were in the 10 grand putt-off every day, weren't you?
Yeah, my for all 3 days, there's 15 par threes. I was -9 for the whole tournament on my par threes.
Oh, that's pretty good.
And you let me win. Yes,
Yeah.
like it, man.
I don't know what setup, what driving range setup you've got there on the farm, but obviously it works. When you're hitting that 150, 160 shots, you've got it dialed in.
Yeah, no, I tried my best for the par three. So anything between 140, 160, I practice that a lot.
Mooi, mooi. Henry, you bossed the front nine, so that was obviously your favorite nine.
Yeah, but I mean, it's just like I recently, like even with on in Pretoria, I like played really, really well on the front nine, and
Yeah.
then lost it completely on the second. So this time it was just keep the momentum going. So I felt like I was doing well. But yeah, it was really good. Luckily I could have kept the momentum going.
Yeah, Fran is also featuring there with Eddie, Christian, and we go down the list. Henry, that's where the form was coming from because PCC, you were leading for a lot of the way with like 3 holes to go and then gone. Let's not forget.
Yeah, I don't think it was like 3 holes. I think I kind of lost it like I think at that par 80 or that I think the 12th hole, 11th hole, the par 5. And then from there it was just like kind of down. Luckily, Vickers was also like struggling a bit, so eventually we tied in our team or our match play. But yeah, it was.
That's right.
I think I lost it before the last 3.
And Brian says, Henry, I'd swap my golf swing for some of your hair.
I don't think Brian will suit you, Brian.
Imagine Brian with hair. We should get him a wig. Or AI some hair onto him. That would be fun. Let's AI some hair onto me. That could also be funny. Where are we going now? Back nine. This is what the back nine produced. Franne on top, -4.
Yeah, when we turned with our team game, we were 5 down. And I told Grant, we must get, we have to pull something out of the hat. And then I just start pushing really hard. And some shots you think is impossible to hit, it just came out perfectly. And yeah, so at the end, I saw, I ended on -5 after our team game and we still lost it. And then, and then Hendrik came and he still won it. And I still -5 and I lost and came second.
But you get a trophy for back nine with the other guys. Imaginary trophy, but you'll get something. And well done to the rest of them as well. As always, the hardest holes. We had a look at what was the hardest holes on the. We actually didn't have a show. Did we have a show? No, I can't remember. 2025, the hardest hole was a par 4 third. This time around, it was the 8th hardest hole, so there was an improvement there at least. The par 4 second was the second hardest hole. This time around, it was the hardest hole. Where was the pin on the par 4 second?
On the left, back.
Okay. I wonder why I play so hard. It's such a short hole. Just hit it straight.
Yeah, I think that little water thing feature that they've put around the hole now has misjudged a lot of guys. I mean, we had in our four-ball one guy that's also overheating the green and getting into the water. So I think that feature is making it a little bit difficult.
And the par 4 17th was the third hardest hole in 2025. This time around, it was the 7th hardest hole. So an improvement for 2 of the 3 holes at least. Well done, gentlemen. And for a bigger picture of what the hole ranks was, the easiest hole on the golf course was the 4th hole, which was that par 5. Am I right? Yes, that par 5.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's correct.
Second easiest hole was a 10th, which is also, that's not the easiest hole ever, but the guys seem to enjoy that hole. 1.85 is the average. Have a look around. Anything else you want to point out? Not really. Yeah. What does it all mean?
Good, yeah.
What does it all mean? The standings looks like this. Jacobus Erasmus is still leading, 83 points and 113 total. But Fran has made a big jump up into second place now, 5 points behind Jacobus. But I think Jacobus's form is going slightly downwards now, so it's time to catch him. 77 after Dana's win and the calculations with the lowest going out. He's also tied second with Barry White, but Barry's only played 2. He's already missed one. Henry, you've made a jump up to tied 5th with Rudolph, 176, and then Hans
Yay.
75, Chris 75, Granville 75, and Tommy Fenter rounds up the top 10 on 73 points total. What does it mean going into the Masters, where there are plenty ranking points up for grabs? Well, I can tell you that Eddie is still leading. He's not playing the Masters, but he's averaging 232 points from his 3 Thursday League events. Henry, you're now second. There you are. And I can tell you, you have the
how does that
most
happen?
ranking points. Look at that. You have the most ranking points.
Sure.
Well done.
Say
Thank you.
yo. Yes.
How long can that last? 206.28 is your average, and Bobby's at 183. Josh, 179. Shout out to Bruto's hanging in there. He's playing a lot more than the rest of the boys, but he's hanging in there. 179. Chris Swanepoel, 178. Aquibus also plays a lot. That's why his average is going down. George is there. Grant is always featuring somewhere. And Lukey is 10th on 155.66. What was the winning average, Flicky, for you?
Oh, God.
You should know
Can't
this.
remember, like 90 thereabout. I can't remember.
Not 90.
I think it was about 190.
No, it can't be that high. Sure.
Was it 163?
Oh, man. I'll let you know just now.
Let us know just now. What is this? Jan Venter says Glenn just needs some Cactus Jack. Thanks, Jan. Thanks
Yeah.
for watching, Jan. Mr. Donna Paramal sent me some stats because on their Mavericks group, they had to brag a bit. So this makes for interesting reading. Sunday League winners this season. All 6 events won by single handicap players, which is great to see. That all 6 of them are under 10. Fantastic, don't you think?
Absolutely.
Sure, yeah, that is really good.
3 winning scores of 72 gross. Other 3 games, 74, 75, 76. Great golf from the lower handicappers. 4 of the 6 games won by players from this year's Shootout Sunday 2 Mavericks team. That is also a full-on bragging right. And then we have all Sunday 2 events so far won by players from the Sunday 2 team Shootout. No, man, that can't be right. Huh? Sure. So all
not?
Sunday 2 events have been won by Maverick players. Damn.
Yeah, that sounds great. Well done, Mavericks.
All 3 Sunday 2 games, winning score of 72 gross. Wow. There's some stats for you, James.
That's really good golf, eh?
Oh, that's really interesting, eh?
Yeah, well, you in that crowd, Henry. So well done, Mavericks.
Yeah, I know, but I think it's changed a lot from last year. I think it was a bit the scores were much lower, the winning scores, and they were from higher handicappers. So yeah, I think this is quite interesting.
The Oaks are putting in effort, and that's what we love to see. Right, now we've got a new segment of the show. It's called Fricky the Bitching segment.
No. Before we get to the bitching session,
Okay.
196 was my average last year.
Wow, that must be the highest ever. Sure.
Yeah, that was. I think it is, but yeah, it was a good year.
Do you need a drum roll, Fricky?
Yes, let's do it.
All right, so Fricky has said, let's talk about some rules and regulations, which I'd like to remind people, even when it comes up to the Masters, because everything applies all the time. But it's always good just to remind people of certain things, because they do become complacent after a while. So here you go. Let's start with point 1.
Yeah, well, the first point I want to mention is people not pitching for the games. I mean, we have a waiting list, as an example. So if guys don't pitch up without letting us know, we lose out. Obviously, they lose the game, but there's other opportunities that we are, for guys that could have played as well. So please, we ask you guys nicely, if you can't make it, let us know, even if it's the morning.
Even if it's the morning, because
obviously
people are waiting.
Yeah, correct. There's always people that's ready to play. So yeah, please, we want to have full fields. We want to give everyone an opportunity. So yeah, please.
Exactly.
Don't.
And it's just courtesy.
Let us know.
Just give us a call. And if you give us a call early enough, we can still get the other guy there. It happened not too long ago where we had a full field and I had people asking, "Oh, can I play? Can I play? Can I play? Let me know if it's cancellation." I'm saying, "Sorry, guys, 56 players. We're doing well. I get there, and then there's an open spot, and you think, what could have been?" So let's remember that. Next one.
Yeah. So scoring on the app, scorecard checking when you close or when to close the app. So please keep in mind that there's two scorers in a four ball. Obviously not buddies, but before you close the app, make sure that you have checked the scorecards, and please do make sure that you give the scorecards in as well, especially if there's discrepancies. I'd like to mention that we can't just DQ a person if the score is incorrect. There is four players and then two that's scoring. So if you want to DQ a winner for whatever the reason is, I mean, it's very difficult for us to do that if he's not even been part of the scoring. So I'm not going to do that specifically. We've done that once or twice, and it was a big mess in the end. So yeah, please just make sure that you take accountability of the scoring and make sure that you have the right people doing the scoring.
And then again, just to add to that, is that if you're not comfortable doing this, the live scoring, just say so, and then somebody else can pick it up. Otherwise, just double check, because as you see, it comes down to a lot of the time 1 point. Let's move on.
Yeah. So your handicap, and then when to pick up. So we've got a lot of guys that's got either high handicaps as an example, and they play until the ball is in the hole as an example. So we're asking you guys, speed of play, that is very important for us. If you can't score, pick up. Don't excuse the word toss around. And if you can't score, just pick up and walk with the guys. Even if you just want to have a couple of practice rounds or practice shots, it still wastes time. I mean, like I mentioned, the fields are very big. Then point number 3, players not finishing holes without trying to make an effort or finish the hole. So I see that as handicap management. If your handicap suddenly goes up because you're playing bad, but it is seen that you tee off and it's out of bounds or not in play, and you just walk the whole width, um, if I catch you, I will cut you. Because that is handicap management. That is not making an effort, not playing to your ability, as an example, and it's not nice. So I'm trying not to make a meal out of it, but I've seen players, I've heard about players, I've heard the rumors. If you don't finish the hole because you don't make an effort, trust me, you're going to be a scratch handicap very soon. Okay. Then marker placement on the green. Let's get to the rule. If you have your ball on the green and you're going to putt, please make sure that you put the marker behind the ball. Not in front, not to the side, just make it to the behind. So everyone must do that. If you see a person putting it in front, because what I've seen and what I've heard as well is people put the marker in front, and then when they go place the ball is in front of the marker again, so they gain the ball, as an example. So we see it as cheating. So make sure that as of now, the rule is place the marker behind the ball. That's it, done and dusted.
And
So when you
that
put
is
the
a
ball
real,
back,
that is a simple rule, everyone. That's where you should mark it. And let me just say, if you see someone doing that, you call them out immediately. First hole, you say,
Yeah.
that is an incorrect mark. Please put the mark. Please don't do that. Straight away. It doesn't help coming to us afterwards and says he marks a cuck, because then what are we going to do about it? Nothing. It's too late.
Correct, 100% right. Tree roots, rocks, bunkers not right. So Mazza, just correct me if I'm wrong, but as far as I understand, tree roots and rocks, you're allowed to take a free drop. With the tree roots, as an example, just make sure that the flag is still in front of you. So if you're in front of the tree and there's a root, you still need to have the tree in front of you. You can't go to the side. Just
Yeah,
keep the line.
correct.
So that's it. The same with rocks. And then obviously, yeah, go back. One
50
club length.
centimeters, people. You take it away from that root and you place it there. I mean, you're not going to get a club relief. You're just moving it out of that little section and placing it there so you don't hit the root. Because you're not supposed to take
Okay, so
advantage of. We could say, no, you must hit it from where it is. We are being nice. So just move it that much. Okay?
okay. So as Matt said, it's this much. Okay, cool. And then keep in mind with the bunkers, there's a lot of bunkers that's not raked, as an example. If you're in a footprint or an unraked bunker, you're allowed to take a free relief. You're not allowed to rake first. You take it out of that footprint, you place it next to it, you hit your ball, and then you rake. Okay, do not rake the bunker because then you improving the lie. Okay. Out of bounds and lost ball. Mazzo, we have agreed that from a tee shot, out of bounds, lost ball, you have to re-tee.
Correct.
We did agree at some point that from the fairway you take lateral drop. I would like to request, especially in major events, if we play the rule as it should be. If you hit your ball out of bounds, wherever you are, you have to re-drop from that side.
Agreed.
Do not take the lateral unless the course shows differently. So I want us to make sure that we understand.
And
If you
again,
hit it out of bounds, yeah.
so, and again, it's simple, but that we have to go back to this route because people don't understand or take advantage of where they're supposed to drop. And then there's an argument, and there's a you shouldn't be there, you shouldn't be there. Let's just cut that out. Just hit it again. If you think you're out or not, hit a provisional. There's nothing. It takes you an extra 10 seconds to hit a provisional.
Correct, yeah. Especially in the majors. So keep that in mind because there's a lot of, lower handicaps that, lose out because the guys are just hitting it out and go lateral and they score that 150 odd meters and they just carry on as if it's normal. So make sure that we apply that rule.
There's too much leeway in that rule. So we hit it again. The last two, quick.
Okay, scorecard player adjusting scores on the app. So please make sure you've got a scorecard capturer and you've got a score app capturer. You're not allowed as the scorecard player to make adjustments on the app without the other guy's knowledge or involvement. Otherwise, it defeats the whole system of a two-player scoring system. Please don't let us see that or hear about it. Would you do scoring who do scoring in a four ball? Make sure it is two different players from let's say it's two times buddies. Make sure it is in different cards as an example or not buddies. Make sure that you also check the scores afterwards. It's very important, please. And what was the last? Sorry.
Four-ball buddies.
Yeah, four-ball buddies. We try not to allow that, although there's a couple of them. Please make sure that there's no four-ball buddies. We like to keep it two-ball. So let's say me and Frana is buddies with Maz and Henry as an example. We can't play in the same four-ball because there's a lot of discrepancies and all that kind of stuff. I know that we trust you guys, but clearly what I've seen so far and what I've heard at this point is I don't want to trust you guys. So let's not get into that point. Okay, lekker. That's it. My big success in
I think your example of the four of us is not the greatest example, but there are people that always request to play together. I mean, it's a league, man. Everybody likes everybody. So where we put you, just hoy. Right. Thank you for your input there, Fricky. Everybody happy? If you have anything on the comments line that you want to add to that, please do, and we'll bring it up. But now... but now. I have to quickly go through this because we have had a couple of games. This is a single match play. Flicky, you played before. You played Gary, so Gary's on top. Right? Nothing's happened on that one. Let's move to group 3. I can't remember when these matches were played, but we'll show you that Andre Wessels has beaten Ryan is 3 points.
Yeah, in fact, more. Yeah, at Magalies.
Yeah, that was at Magalies, and that was... I can't remember the result there either.
That one, yeah.
Group 5?
That's stupid.
Okay. Group 5. Grant and Werner Slavet are now on 4 points apiece. I think Grant gave Werner a bit of a hiding at Irene, 7 and something. Group 6, Riyadh and Barry are fighting it out on 3 points apiece. I think Riyadh actually beat Barry on that day at Irene. If we go to Group 7, Gerard de Bruyne has won both his games, so he's definitely going through to the next stage. Luki Janssen and Kunrad have not beaten Gerard de Bruyne, but they're fighting that points difference. So when they play each other, keep in mind the points difference, gentlemen. Group 8, Granville Williams played Donovan Peacock. Granville, this was a private game. Granville has won that one. Must have been 1 up, and he's on 3 points. We're moving to the next. Group 9, Anthony Meredith has played one. He played against Peter Zak. And looking at that points difference, Eina.
Pakslag geweest. I think that was at Reading, eh?
Sure, Eina. Jaco Jacob.
Yeah.
Kobus Erasmus somewhere, and he won 4 and something, it must have been, for 3 points. Let's go to the last one. Fernando, this is your group. You played Vickers.
Yeah.
And you won.
Yeah, I played Vickers at Irene, and next up I have the man also in form as the Hendry, so I think that match is going to be a very interesting one.
Very interesting one. Don't forget
Or
the
a
top,
very short one.
don't forget the top two go through in the singles. Correct. Let's go to the teams. There was a few team games that happened also over the period, especially on the Thursday league. We had all of these guys play. Stota Societies are tied with Salton
Yeah.
Sea. And the Black Ducks, they all got 3 points. Top two go through from each group. Group 2, Greenside Gents has got 3 points. Rusty Clubs have got 3 points. Dovetails are yet to make a appearance, hopefully soon. Kitty and Clip obviously have lost. Both those games are on 0 points. Lots of work to do. They're going to have to win with the bonus points and hope that the other two don't do anything. Let's go to Group 3. Steady Eddies are leading the way. There was only one match played in this group. They have won 1-up against Frana and Grant, whose name is still TBC. It might stick the whole season as TBC.
Alan, we actually have a name now, but we will send you a message with the new name.
Ach, dankie.
Only now. No wonder you guys lost that.
Group 4, this is your group. Henry, you've managed to take a win there.
Yeah, that was a good one. I mean, if any of Glenn or Ricky come off one on the day, then yeah, there's trouble. But luckily, we persevered.
3 points for first and second. We go to the Group 5. Have yet to play a game, and that includes me and Martin. So we will get going because soon there's much more time. And then number 5, we've got Group 6, Duff and Slice, 3 points, All Shots, 3 points, and Cheeky and Bitchy, 3 points. It's another close group, and Dirty Birdies have yet to win a game. Look at this last group, Group 7. This is yours, Fricky.
Yeah, Mighty Ducks at least won the first game, and Chilly Chippers, those were the guys that lost, and then I think Han Q Down has got the other win against Rock and Rhino. So
Mooi.
lekker.
Gentlemen, tomorrow is Championship Thursday comes tomorrow. In less than 12 hours, we'll be a little bit more than 12 hours, we'll be ready to go. At CCJ Woodmead, it's going to be absolute treat, and I've heard the course is magnificent. Gents, we're all playing. Are we all ready to tackle this golf course?
Very
Yeah,
excited,
I think it
Mas.
looks really amazing. Sorry,
very
Frankie.
excited.
I'm a bit of a delay there.
What are we playing for, gents? We're playing for the all-important entry into Classic 26, where then, if you manage to win, you get a trip to Vietnam, as you saw at the beginning of the show. Second place gets a dozen Strixons, and then 500 credits, 300 credits, 200 credits. So, lots to play for on the day. I want to take you through a quick history, if you didn't know, and if you're new to Duckhook. Well, this Masters started in 2014 with Andre Kotzer winning it. This was actually at Bryanston, can you believe? 2015, Albert Weichel. Jason has won one in 2016. That was the year that he won the Masters and the Open back-to-back. 2017, Andrew Nelson won it. I think it was at Eye of Africa. 2018, Niels de Toy won at Serengeti. And then Ruben won at Serengeti. Flicky, you won where?
Rocklands.
Rocklands. So 2020 was the last time.
CCJ.
2021, Aldo Ferri at Peakenwood. 22 was Grant at Serengeti. Stefan and Rit played in the playoff with Martin, and they played that playoff at the Wanderers, where Stefan won it on the last hole. And then another playoff in 2025 after the Masters at Copperleaf, where there was a 4-man playoff, and I think, Fricky, you were also involved there.
Yeah, I was. That was at Waterkloof, yes.
Yes, and Ian Holshausen took it. And our latest champion, which is unfortunately not defending his title, was Jamie Sherry at Peakenwood. So that's, can you add your name to the list for 2026? I'm sure you can. A quick layout. I don't know if this is going to help anybody, but there it is. It's not going to help anybody because you don't really know where you are. The clubhouse is here in the corner, right corner. and then you go to the first, and you play down, and then you go that way around the golf course. But I have hole flyovers for everybody, and we'll go through that. That's going to make it a bit simpler. A message went out today that we have a hole-in-one, 100,000 Rand. Everybody's entered into it, and this is going to be on the par 3, fourth, so the first par 3 if you're starting on the front nine, and it needs to be 175 meters. So we're going to put out Duckhook marker, so keep an eye out for that, and all the best if you can hit a hole one. Great prize. Let's see if somebody can win it.
Something for you to go on, Frana.
Yeah, Frana, that's for you specifically.
Yes, at
It's
the classic,
175.
all 3 days I was very close. So I had 2 lip outs for holding ones on the what was that, the 3rd hole and the 15th hole. So yeah, now I'll go for it hard tomorrow.
Mooi. 175 is a long shot, so it's probably too late to go practice your 175s. What iron would you hit 175 meters, Frana?
I'll probably go with a little bit harder 6 iron.
Okay. Henry, what would you hit?
Yeah, probably also a 6 iron.
Ricky?
Look, in my previous irons, I probably would have hit like a hybrid or so, but the 6 iron it is now, yeah. And you, Mazo, you play with me tomorrow, so what are you going to do?
I'm probably going to take a 5 at that distance because I want to make sure I clear the water because there's a lot of water to clear. So I'd rather hit it at the back of the green. Because I'll have to.
So you're not going to go for the only one then?
Well, I'm going to try fly it in.
Oh, okay.
Nice to see Kieran's going to be playing the Masters because it is on a Thursday and he doesn't have to do his chef duties. Yes, Masters. So nice to have you part of a major. Maybe he can win. He has some form after Irene. I don't know so much, but you never know. Maybe he wakes up on the right side of the bed. Kieran, you're watching. Are you ready? Are you ready? This is the tee sheet and the people who qualified. We're starting on the first on 11-16. And this is in qualifying order from a points perspective. Dewald van Rensburg, Leon Oosthuizen, Michiel Boshoff, and Delano Warneke will take us off. If you guys see any favorite there with handicaps, let me know. Andre Botha, Paul Vallenkamp, Vickers Lee, and Dylan Madison will be going off at 11:24. 11:32, Grant Westfall, Riyad Essex, Kieran Reynolds, and Hansi will be playing together. Tommy Fenter, Andre Wessels, Ronnie Volhotte, and Vanna Slabbert playing together at 11:40. 11:48, Jan, Henry, there you are. Carl Swanepoel and Frana. Can you believe you two are in the same four ball? What are the chances?
Yeah, no, it's going to be a great day out.
Might as well play your singles while you're at it.
Can I keep that handicap there, please?
No,
No, that is a typo.
Oh.
That is a typo. That was meant for some other rubbish golfer, not you.
Oh.
Whoever's a 16 or 18-year-old rubbish golfer.
Will you two boys be sharing a cart?
Yes, they
We're
will.
walking.
We're walking.
Are you walking? Okay. Well, enjoy the walk. Let's go to the
Good
10th.
luck.
Taking us off at 11:16, Brandon Fenter, myself, Gerard Bezuidenhout, and Frikkie Barnard. We all did not make that many ranking points. 11:24, Janelle van Staden. Nice to have her in her first major. After her finish at Rand Park, I think she came 5th, but she managed to sneak in at the end because she didn't qualify originally. And then it went down the list. Jacomin is playing, Ryan Jensen and Sudesh. 11:32, Henning, Neil Hall, Justin Boyce, Jaco Jacobs. 11:40, Rudolf Broderick, Michael van Reel, Christian Norkier, and Fats. I think Fats off a 10 could be quite deadly, to be honest. 11:48,
Yeah.
Koen Pretorius Sr., Lucie Janssen, Barry White, and Peter Zak. And then 11:56 is Martin Tata, Vickers Alberts, George Hunter, and Josh Datnow. So as you notice, the guys who scored the most points are going last because in a perfect world, you expect them to finish and win. So we want to wait for them to see what happens, to see if it comes out of those four balls. But hopefully it comes out of our four ball, Frikkie, and then we can just sit up with our feet up and wait for the Oaks to
Yeah,
take some
absolutely.
scores down.
Absolutely. With you over 14, I think you're definitely in it for a win. So, yeah, let's do it.
Yes, I see Ricky's already said Henry takes it with that handicap. Imagine you play off an 18. You'll probably come in on 48 points or something crazy.
I don't think it was that high, but it will be close.
Yeah. Karen says, I'm ready, coach. Mooi. Glad you're ready. He is ready. I've got whole flyovers, so a lot of people haven't played this course. This is a time to ask questions. We're going to start with the first for the guys playing on the first. Let me get my man back here. Sorry, there we are. This is the first, not a very long par 4. I think a decent drive will get you to just past the bunker on the right-hand side that it's now pointing at. And then you've only got like an 8 iron, 9 iron left. So an easy starting hole. Not much trouble. The driving range is on the left there. So if you're going to the driving range, that's where we would go. And a big green. The green is very deep. So you've got space to maneuver from front to back. I've been told the greens are quick. So don't forget, the greens are always quick there. So have your putting stroke ready. And then let us go to the 10th for the guys who are starting on 10. This is the 10th. The more tricky of the starting holes, because it kind of slopes left to right. Most people will go just past this bunker on the left, but then it has this protection, which is the water on the right-hand side. The water shouldn't really be in play unless you slice the hell out of it. But there it is. Not the hardest hole ever.
Yeah.
Okay. Gents, throw out some holes and we'll throw them. Let's do that part, the 100,000 quickly, and then I'll come back to you. The 100,000 par 3 looks like this from the back here. It's a beautiful hole, and you're hitting it between these little, well, not little, big trees, carrying the water, and then it is a long green this way with a bunker at the back to protect it. And that is what the third looks like. Yes, Frana, your hand was up.
Hole number. I've checked the flyovers, and I think hole number 5 is going to be a tricky one. There's no much left and right space.
Beautiful hole again. This is the stroke 1 on the card. That water is not really in play because you should be hitting it towards this bunker on the left. The thing is, there's the reason it's a stroke 1 is because it's very long. And from there, you still got a long iron in, probably 180, 190, 200. And then the green is also a little tricky. So a great second is really needed. So you need to be in play off there is space for off the drive, but you need a good drive and a good second to put yourself in contention for a par. And for those guys who are double stroking, your bogey can get you 3 points easily if you play it well. There we have beautiful, lined with all the trees. Henry, give me a hole.
Those fairways look quite tight.
Yeah, I think it looks tighter here than what it actually is. Famous last words.
Okay. I'll go for the 18th hole.
18th hole is a par 5 up the hill. Not too much trouble with the tee box. It is quite wide, but it is quite long. I'll be very surprised if somebody gets there in 2, to be honest. Normally you land just before this bunker here that you see on the left-hand side. And then you probably landed just before the green side bunkers. So unless you're a massive hitter, it's definitely going to be a 3-shotter. If the pin's at the back, it is going to be tricky. But that is the 18th coming up to the clubhouse. Might as well look at the 9th for those guys finishing on 9. The 9th hole looks like this. This is also, it's not the hardest hole either. There's quite a bit of space, even if you are a fade of a golf ball. You'd really need to fade it a long way to hit it in that water, because generally you should land up there by that first bunker or just before, and then it's about 160 in from there. Quite a slopey green to finish it up with. But it looks good. Wait, next hole.
As I'm looking for that par 5 that goes down. You've got that little bunkers there. I think it's 12.
That's the third hole.
Exactly.
I think you mean
Third
this
hole.
one.
Okay, you should.
Is this the one?
That is, yes, correct. Yeah, that's it.
par
100% correct.
5. Also a stunning hole. Most people would get it in between these bunkers if you hit it straight, but then it's still a long second shot. But I think you can get there if you hit really 2 good shots. There's water left. It shouldn't be in play, to be honest, because that's far away from the green. But the green is covered with bunkers on the right-hand side. So strategic. It's going to be a golf course of course management. If you can keep it in the fairways and hit solid irons, I think you can take it at the end of the day. We'll get to this green eventually. Let's just go. There's a green surrounded by, at the back here. You see this is all false stuff in the front. Somebody said something on the chat line. Let me just see if it's a 6 hole, says Ricky. Ricky says the 6 hole. I think Ricky plays there often, so he should know. The 6 hole is, this is also a par 5, right? Hit it down.
Yeah.
Most people get to the water here on the right. That water is in play. If I can reach it, anybody can reach it. So you kind of can't really fade it off there. And then if you hit it, it's probably about 220 from that water up the hill all the way. Again, a hole littered with bunkers to get to the top here. I think it's a low stroke as well, if I'm not mistaken. So that's what that par 5 looks like. Anyone else?
I think that's it from my side.
Come on, there's still so many.
Yeah,
names.
happy.
Let me see. 4, 5 is, we went through 5, we went through 6, we went through 7, par 3, 8, 9, 10, 11. This is a stroke 2, I think. Simply, it's a straightforward hole. You hit it straight, and then you hit it straight again, but it's long. This is, again, a 420 odd meter par 4. 30 odd.
Which hole is this?
This is the 11th hole. Stroke 2.
11th, okay.
Yeah.
The problem is we can't hit it straight.
Yeah, but that hole is a lot
Yeah.
of space to miss on that hole. If you're going to miss it left, because there's an open field on the left-hand side. This is one of the prettiest shorter holes. So this is a par 4 12th. And this hole, it's not really a driver hole, because that water on the left, it does come into play. I think that water is probably about 240 out. The trick comes is that that green is tucked behind the water. So you really need to hit a decent shot and hit it far enough not to hit the water, and everything slopes to the water, as you can see. If you can find the fairway, you should have a short iron in, not to complicate things. I'm going to show you another par 3. This is the par 3. Oh, it says 13 now, so not too difficult. Very picturesque, long green from front to back. So plenty space to take an iron less or more. And then the next one, now this one breaks me because it is not a faders hole, because the trees are on the way of the tee box. So don't forget, this favors a draw. Most people will hit it to where this bunk on the right-hand side is, and then from there it's probably about 150 meters into the green. The longest and the hardest of the par 5s, because the guys have wanted to see the par 5s, but this, my friends, is a nightmare of a par 5. Up the hill all the way and long. I can tell you, if you have to reference me, it's driver, 3-wood, sandwich. You cannot get there in 2. If anybody gets there in 2, I'll buy you a beer if you can get there in 2. This is a long one, and it's up. So, gents, if this is your finishing side, you're going to be fracked by the time you finish this hole. There we have it. And then the prettiest hole, one of my favorite holes, is the 17th, because you come down here, plenty space to hit a drive, but it's got, then you have to go around to a green that is also next to the water. Mooi. Let's talk about some rules quickly for the guys who are watching. Don't forget, it's metal. Don't forget, it's metal. Ball must go in the hole. If you get stuck in a bunker, Flicky, what can you do?
You can take a relief, but the penalty, 2 strokes, if I'm not mistaken.
Out.
Correct.
Like an unplayable.
Yes, out.
You can take an unplayable out of it.
Yes.
And the other thing,
2
let's
strokes.
get there early, gentlemen, so that we can get whoever needs to get carts. There's nice practice facilities, use the practice facilities. And then we're not supposed to play metal. So you know what that means. We got to play fast.
Yeah.
Right. So if you're going to hack fast. Because I don't need a marshal coming and saying, how many shots have you hit? You've hit 10 already. Nah, this is a problem. So I want to avoid having to be in a situation where they're going to bring this up. So gents, if you're watching and you're the only one watching in your 4-ball, please remind people we have to move. If you're struggling, just struggle faster. That's all I'm saying. Because it is metal.
100%.
Afterwards, once we finish,
don't do as like this.
yeah, and if you've got 10 swings as a practice swing and you're going to hit 10 shots, yes. Afterwards, have a shower, we've got a separate area that they've put us in because generally it's a whole members area on the deck there. And they don't like groups sitting there because it does encroach on their people. And we are a big group. Just for say, for instance, if 30 of us stay behind, that's a big group. So I'll put us in a separate area, and we're not going to go to Kira. We're going to set an example. We're going to do a nice prize giving. After that, we can stay for a couple of dops afterwards, and then take it from there. But look forward to crowning the new Masters champion. That is for sure. Any questions before we wrap it up?
No question. Happy with it.
Karen, I
No,
showed you
all
the
good.
12th.
From my side.
Excited.
Rudu, I showed you the 15th. Ricky, I showed you the 17th. Glenn is laughing. And Glenn says, hack fast. I'm telling you, hack fast, people. Hack fast. That's it. It's going to be awesome. We've gone 112, a bit extra, but we had a lot to get in. Again, final comments? Yes, no, maybe. Predictions of a winner. Let's quickly do that.
I'm looking at
Just
Score and winner
everybody
from the four
tomorrow.
of us. Score and winner. I say -3, and I say I'm going to stick with Fats. Why not? Go Fats.
Okay. I'm going to go -2 Frana.
There we go. Part 3 specialist.
Yeah, mine was -3 Frana.
-3 Frana. Frana, you going to choose yourself?
Yeah, I also think, I think if someone can hit it straight, it's going to be a little bit a better score, maybe a -4, -5 that wins tomorrow. But yeah, I think Fats stands a very good chance. I know he's got his new irons as well, and he's been hitting them very good. So yeah, I think Fats has a very good chance tomorrow.
Mooi. And Rudolph says +1 nogal. There we go. But it is metal. Anything is possible. But
Yeah.
with 48 guys, somebody is going to go low. Gents, the time is ticking for the Masters tomorrow. Everybody playing in the Masters, good luck. Win that trip to the Classic. Cheers.